Can you see how much this is video?
Yeah.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
Oh, it's on though.
I know. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Hill Homestead. So, long time no see. One of those reasons being last weekend, we attempted to move some pigs, but there was also an errand we had to run in Pennsylvania where we went and found 2 farrowing crates. So we were able to go purchase those. We will not be using those on Betty for this litter of piglets, but we will be using them in the future. So this morning's video was postponed as well, the videoing for this video, due to our cows. So the plan for today was going to be nothing but moving pigs. And when I walked down here this morning, when we came down to start chores, one of the gates was wide open, and we do not know how it got open. That gate has not been open for about 3 days, which is when we fed hay last. So no idea how that gate got open, but all 6 of our cows were gone, and we could not find them. They ended up being, long story short, about 2.5 miles away. I'm pretty sure Moose knew they were not supposed to be out, and he and Hank ran them a little bit further than what they were supposed to. They ran them in the opposite direction. So we had to find them this morning, but that did not come with some easy emotions here. Des was very upset with them being gone, first of all. But after I did find them, she and Taryn came up, got 2 buckets of feed, and were walking towards me to meet me there. And would you like to tell your side of the story here?
So I was carrying, both of my hands were full of buckets of feed, and as I was walking down the path, I guess my foot got caught on a briar and it sent me flying forward. I face planted off the ground and the buckets of feed went everywhere, and we were like, up to this point we had already walked like 1.5 miles away, not counting looking for them. We walked on foot while Austin was on the 4-wheeler and using his truck. We walked on foot our whole property, my grandfather's whole property. So needless to say, we walked like 5 miles total before that. And then I started crying because all the food was on the ground. I just face planted, and then because I didn't know how then the cows would follow us back without the grain. Okay. Our cows ran away 2 miles. And I was trying to carry feed to them so they come back home. And then I fell, and now all the feed is on the ground, and we are at least 1.5 miles from the feed. Luckily, Taryn scooped up some of it, and we were able to salvage some, enough to get them back. But I just thought we were gonna have to walk all the way back here, all the way back out. It was a disaster.
But with the good news being, we found them. I spotted them probably 300 yards off of a beaten path, and was able to go get them. And they were completely lost. I think that they were trying to get back, but they did not know how. But they were going in the wrong direction. But good news is they are back. Everyone is healthy and everyone is fine. But now we can move on to today's video. All right, I told you guys that we went to PA to get these farrowing crates, and for those of you who don't know what a farrowing crate is, you're looking at it. So I'll talk you through a little bit what these are. The purpose of a farrowing crate is so that a sow does not crush her piglets by laying on them. It keeps them pretty contained. It's easier to keep an eye on them. So these sidebars here that you see are what she can roll up against, and the piglets will have an area outside of the farrowing crate. So this farrowing crate is only the primary use of it is for the sow herself. There is a feeding box up there, as well as a pipe that you can attach a waterer to, and she can drink out of a nipple there. And it runs down to when the piglets figure out how to use the nipple waterer as well, if they're in there that long. Over here are the side pieces, the side panels. You square it in, but the reason these are not set up yet is because we plan to put a platform down and mount a farrowing crate to the platform and elevate it a little bit, so that way she cannot pick up the farrowing crate and walk with it. It will be mounted to that platform. But the piglets will have an area to run around. We would have a heat lamp pointing to the ground as an area that they could stay warm. And again, it just prevents them from being laid on. She would enter from the back side here. She would face this way. She would have constant feed, be able to eat whenever she wants, constant water. And it's the best and most efficient way to keep piglets from getting up under their mothers and being crushed.
He spilled some. Good boy, Dino. There's a good boy. There's a good boy. Hi, girl. She's already passed the barrier. She just won't.
Oh, I don't want her to go that way.
Hook. Hey, it's okay. Shh. Shh. Whoa, honey, be careful. Hank, stop. Can we go down the ramp? That's a big jump. You're okay. Here, girl. Here we go. Here. Oh. Guess she's not hungry anymore.
Sora, stop.
Listen. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Good job. Push her.
You got it. You got it.
Good girl. Here, pig. Betty. Good girl. That's a good pig. Alright everybody, we're here with Betty. She's moved into her little maternity ward here. We're keeping a close eye on her because her due date is quickly approaching. Right now, as it approaches, we'll just keep watch on her. We'll keep watching her belly and watching her teats here. We'll keep checking the back ones to see if any milk will come out. Generally, if there is milk that comes out, normally you have about 24 hours before she will drop her piglets. So right now her belly's dropped. We can tell she's starting to fill in. She likes her belly being rubbed. But no milk yet, so we know we're in the clear for a little while. I lured her out with some table food and got her out, and then we used pig whips and more of the food to get her right in here. She walked right in. Her due date we thought was supposed to be this weekend, but it's actually next weekend. She's one of the sweetest pigs we have. Anyway, so her due date is looking to be about February. She should go between February 1st and February 10th. So generally you can look at a pig's gestation by going 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. That's on average though, normally it's 115 days. Normally they go between 111 to 120. But the average at 115. Normally if they're born between 111 days, they would consider that as premature, between 109 and 111. Anything between 109 days, they consider that as an actual, like an abortion. And then 120 days is like the max. They generally don't want you to wait that long.
All right, so as you can see in her pen right now, I have not put up any boards. I have not separated the pen at all because looking at the calendar, with her not being quite due yet, we want to wait till closer. We wanted to give her time to get comfortable in that pen, see where she preferred to lay. We have learned that she took all of her bedding and pushed it up against the wall. And I think she typically uses that in the colder days, push it up and so she can lay on something a little bit more comfortable. But yesterday it got up to about 70 degrees. And when we came down here, she was laying in the bare spot where she had pushed all of her bedding away from. So I'm kind of hoping that the temperature drops a little bit between now and her due date. So we will see, and we will help them no matter the conditions as far as keeping them alive. So part of the holdup last week was the fact that the pigs would not get on the trailer. Last week was our ideal temperature and conditions, really, because everything was completely frozen. The ground down there was frozen, but none of them wanted to cooperate, and that is our fault. And I say that because what we should have done is we should have planned ahead, and we should have parked a trailer down there, fences on, gave them a ramp, and kind of introduced them to the trailer so they weren't so scared of it. So that part is on us. So following that event, we left the trailer parked there, had a ramp into the trailer, and let them get used to it by putting their water inside of the trailer. So that way they had to come up on it to drink their water, and made them a little bit more familiar with the trailer itself. So today we went down and attempted it again. They still were not a big fan of the trailer, but Des was able to kind of get them up on there using a lot of table scraps, fruits mainly. They really seem to like the fruits and the soggy bread. But we got them up a little bit of a ways, and then I was able to come in behind them and push them on. And we will show you what we got footage wise from that right here. Here, Daisy. Here, Daisy. Come on. Come on, Rosie.
Got it. A whole salad here, don't you, Queen? Oh. She was like, that's gonna roll to me, isn't it, Mom? You're gonna take this straight out of my hand.
All right, I'm gonna try it. You ready?
Hurry.
Shut it.
Hopefully she can go under that. Austin.
There you go.
Hey, Steve, just pull this. Pull the thing so I can open this. Swing your butt.
I reckon.
Special.
I said, I reckon we'll never be able to do something that easy again.
So dramatic.
Uh-oh. Guess we'll let you out first. Okay, so we moved Miss Girl and Sassy off of our bottle piglets from this summer. They're pure Hereford piglets. We moved those two girls up into here because we needed Bowser to go down to Rosie and Peaches so that he could breed them so we could have purebred Hereford piglets in a couple of months. So Bowser is the brother to Miss Girl and Sassy. So we couldn't have Bowser breeding his sisters. So we had to take Bowser out of this pen and move Sassy and Miss Girl to this pen so that we didn't have any of that going on.
In this move, we had to strategize a little bit. We knew that working these girls out of the pen and trying to walk them up here, it was not gonna work. They are terrified of the fence and there was just too much room down there for them to run away from us. So getting them through the fence and walked up here just wasn't really an option. But with them being on the trailer, yes, we have two trailers. We could have used the other one to load Bowser up. But with Bowser being so friendly to humans and kind of walking around like a puppy dog and just being a little nuisance, we decided to try moving Bowser on foot. And this is how that worked out for us.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Yeah, Taryn, actually I'll take that. There's Bowser. There's Bowser. Let's see more to the back.
Look, once you get down the hill.
Thirsty. I'm thirsty. Well, somebody might want to go ahead and down to the fence.
You go ahead.
Yeah. Or just go down. It don't matter. Just see what it'll do. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, down. You want me to go up there and stand too?
Yeah. Go on. Go on.
It's okay. You're not trying to do it. Come on.
Look at that.
Rosie's all about him.
That's when I was able to back the trailer up after we got him in down there, back the trailer up right to the gate, just open up the gate and run the two girls off in with these guys. And as Des said, we were very comfortable with that because these two are cut. So they're barrows and they're not gonna do anything. And in the last, couple hours of them being together, the girls are running this pen already. The boys are running away from them and are very scared of them. As you can see behind us, our friends finally decided to come back and join us. They have been hanging out at the bottom of the field around the water source just about all day long, ever since we got them back. So they've been pretty tired and laying around and napping all day. But I think that's gonna pretty much do it for this video today. Again, I apologize for not posting one last weekend with the snow and the weather just not really cooperating. There's been a lot going on as far as hauling buckets of water because our water lines have been frozen. Here comes Poppy. And just getting everybody situated. It's been a pretty hectic last 2 weeks, but I'm glad we were able to get everyone situated today. We are going to be able to get a couple of gilts bred, fingers crossed. Bowser did go right to work as soon as he got in there. It took him about 5 minutes of rolling around in the mud that he really enjoyed before he figured out what his job, what he was there to do. He figured that out. And once we are certain they are bred, he is going to go join his buddy Dino in the bigger pen because, again, they are two long-term boars. So we will be able to keep them together and then pull them as we need them. But I would say today was much more successful than last weekend. We got pigs moved, everybody's comfortable, and we really look forward to some piglets, hopefully by next video. So we will see how Miss Betty does in there, and that'll be it. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for being patient with us and putting out this video, and hope you guys come back, hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope it was worth the wait. So we'll see you guys next time.